There's this guy who's just building a cabin
Let me see what
out of wood. His name is Will Survives.
Oh yeah, Will Survives, and he's young though.
Yeah,
I think he's young. I think he's young, and he's funny. He's interesting, and everything's survival like that. I don't know why I'm so interested in it.
But it's so unique, right? And I'm like, that just goes to show you could find happiness in anything. That's very odd to do what he's doing. But it's interesting, and that's why he has so many subscribers.
There's people who live on the road. Like they just drive, they have their car, they like have like some type of bus, and they modify it into like make it into a house.
Where they put a bed in it and stuff
they got
like that.
Internet.
I think that's hecka tight. I think I would do that if I was a solo cat. Like, for a lot of people who don't really or are not close with their families or already moved out or don't got brothers and stuff like that, that's what I would be doing. Just pulling up, and it would be mainly for food, like pulling up here, driving here. I would go to other countries and
in a car.
In the car.
Oh, just like Canada and Mexico?
Yeah, Canada and wherever I can go, if they allowed me, right? I'd drive everywhere I can.
The lady and her husband that I seen that made YouTube videos, she worked, so they had internet, and she would work from, and she would get paid. Everything would be all over the computer, and she would work and then on the road while he drove and all that shit. And I'm like, oh, okay, they made it work. But their shit looked tight as far as like their setup, how they built it and stuff. It was tight.
I think it's tight, but there's a lot of suffering that goes with that too. And I don't think a lot of people know about that.
Yeah,
it's tough being on the road too.
Yeah, it's tough. And I think it's just like anything. They only show the highlights, the shit that it seems tight. Because who the fuck wants to see them down? Nobody does.
Well, I mean, a lot of people won't show that, but I'm pretty sure there's some people who will. Because being in the van in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, and then there's another girl who lives in her car, drives place to place, like just traveling and shit. And she's like, a lot of people don't tell you this shit, but she's like, sometimes you wake up. She's like, you wake up and it's like 8:00 in the morning, and she's like, you're gonna have to brush your teeth like right outside her place. If you're not at like if you're stopped in a parking lot somewhere randomly, she's just got to get up.
In public,
in public, you got to brush your teeth. She said, I'm not gonna lie. She's like, I pissed in a bush here, like, and I'm like, oh, it's like people don't think about like, oh yeah, sometimes you got to suffer when you're on the road, but it's like if you love doing that shit, then you're gonna have to do it.
Yeah, it's just the positive outweighs the negatives. Well, there's also like stories from people who talked about how it can be scary. Because there's this dude who does that as well, and he travels in his van, and he goes into the woods to where there's nobody. I don't know if he's driving hours into the woods. I don't know where he's at, but he shows you he's in the middle of the woods. And he said he's had some scary stories because he said that there's times where he woken up to something like scratching against the van. And he's like, I'm pretty sure it was some type of animal, but the fear is not knowing what type of animal's out there. And then it's always going to be scary in the middle of the night because you don't know what it is.
And you ain't gonna look.
And he said it was making, I think he said it was making noises or something. I don't know. And he said like, you could just hear it outside. And he said it was scary. Yeah. It was scary to hear it because he's by himself.
Yeah, in the middle of the woods. You don't know what the fuck's going on.
Especially you hear all these stories, Mr. Ballin and shit about the woods and shit.
And Bigfoot and all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why you gotta have a gun. You go in the woods, you gotta have a gun. Just for animals, bears, and all that shit. Depending on too where you live, but I don't know. It seems tight though. Camping, fishing, all that shit seems tight. And I was talking to the people at work, and they were saying that you can take a grill on a boat, and just got to be anchored though. So it means like it's got to be clamped to
clamp down.
Yeah, clamp down to something, and then you're good. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, oh, that's tight. So then you can actually like go fishing
and cook
it right then and there. That's tight.
Mm-hmm. I know there's a lot of videos of people who do that. Be catching crab and stuff like that. They do that.
Yeah, but you're gonna have to have seasonings and shit though, huh?
They carry everything.
Yeah, butter and all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's too much work. But it'd be tight though.
So when it comes to like when you were talking about kids, so you think is it changing your mind as far as like you want to accelerate the process of having kids, or is it just changing your mind to you want to have more kids whenever that day comes?
Well, because as you get older, you start thinking like, okay, because you still want to be at a as far as health goes, fitness goes, you still want to be fit enough so that you can, if an 18-year-old backs up, you can still, put them down. But
yeah, because when you think about it, like if you have a kid right now, when he's 20, you're 50.
58. No.
58. What the heck?
48.
No.
I'd be 48. If I had a kid today and 18 years going by.
I said when he's 20.
Oh, yeah. Then
20 years from now, you'd be 50.
Yeah, I'd be 50.
And he'd be a 20-year-old.
But I'd be a fit motherfucker though.
But I think maybe what's the funnest times with your kid? Probably childhood. Yeah. Childhood and his teen days.
Probably from 15, the first 15 years. Because
once they're 18, they're gonna
majority of people be with you.
Yeah, they move out.
They want to be with their buddies, with the chancla wearing and shit. Yeah, they want to be with the gang. How they say that? Yeah, I don't know. I think it'd be tight though, and especially because it's like like whether it's a boy or girl, but it seems like when you have a boy, it's like a replica of you, like a mini version.
So you prefer, if you were to have a kid, you would hope it's a boy?
I think my firstborn, I would prefer a boy, because you want the oldest to be. I would want the oldest to be a boy because he'd be physically capable to take care of the rest, like the younger ones. The oldest one, you want to be a boy because just because older brother type shit. Like you're always gonna look out for your little brother, and that's how I would have him. I would have him train his ass, make sure that. If for whatever reason I'm no longer here, it's on him to make sure all the little brothers are all taken care of.
I'm the opposite. I'd want a girl first. And because I want to see if I could show the world the power of a girl. Because I believe if you teach them, if you educate them, I think the power of a woman is underestimated. And I want my kid to show them. And that's what I would say to my kid. Everybody's like on some Ragnar shit. Everybody's going to underestimate you. So you go out and you show them. You show them. You show everybody that you're better than even men. And that's a rough title to have. But I want you to be like chest out. You know what I'm saying? And that's why, because everybody expects that from a man. But I want it. And I want to see if I can do that, not only me, but like if we can create that image and that person who's feminine yet rough as a rock, harder than a pool ball.
So you're talking about talking about Xena.
I don't even know who that is.
Google Xena. You don't remember Xena from when we were little, the TV show?
No.
You don't remember that shit?
Heck no, I don't remember that shit.
She's a warrior. She was a warrior that. I don't know if she was Indian, but she would come in with a sword on a horse. You don't remember Xena?
It's a show or what?
Xena, a 90s TV show. Look at that. You seen that? You got a glimpse of that? That's different though. That's updated. That's oh no, it is that one. In 1995, yeah, it is that.
What are you talking about?
The Warrior Princess. Yeah,
I thought you meant it was a cartoon.
No, it's real. Like I
remember watching. You're talking about like a bloody warrior. Like I want.
This girl was freaking. She was fucking everybody up. I remember watching this shit with Nora back when we were younger. Man. We'd watch this on TV.
But that's why I would want a girl, because I would want to change that. I want to show the world like. Not to say, but that's not to say I have that control, whatever. Just I would do my best to show my kid like I would like to change things, and would change within,
Yeah, because it's rare when you
it's more different, right? Because say you had a boy, and I had a girl, similar times. They grew up both intelligent, but if they were even on the same level, the woman would be more valuable than the man. If they were on the same level. Why? Because it's more common in a man to show leadership. It's more common in a man to show these traits. It's almost like you were born for it. So when you see it from a woman, who's still feminine, it's dangerous. And that's why I would show. That's why I'd be like, you're Clementine, and you're Clementine for a reason. Like show the world that. That's what I would say. So that's why I would want it, because a lot of people are like, I don't want a girl because of the troubles of a girl. There's a lot of hardships that come with a girl, and I know that, but that's what makes it even better to me. Like, because I don't want it easy. I don't want it easy.
Yeah, it seems like, but
because everybody expects an army of men. But we're an army of women
that are more dangerous.
That are dangerous. That with the shits. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh, you're talking.
No, I'm not talking gangsterism.
I know who you're talking about. You're talking about the freaking that Tupac girl, huh? That song from
Me and My Girlfriend. Is it that? Yeah. I don't know, but that's what I would just like to raise somebody who holds himself to high standards, boy or girl. But like, if God said you can choose, I allow you to choose, it would be a girl. Firstborn, girl.
Damn, that's scary.
And then you know what I would say? It's crazy, because you know what I would say? Say I had a girl, right? And she listened to me and she was smart. Every kid's gonna have mess up and do dumb stuff. But at the end of the day, when she was grown, she was an intelligent person. And I had sons after that. You know what I would say? Yes. I would go to the girl and say, keep them in line. I wouldn't go to my son. I would go to you. You hold the responsibility. Because it would be like...
Because she's the oldest?
Because she's the oldest, and just because she's the girl. I wouldn't go to the guy.
Okay, so
I would say, no, you.
Let's say just like...
You're the star.
Let's say you just had somehow it didn't go like how you would have liked. And it gave you 2 boys and then a girl. Let's say you had 3 kids and when 2 boys and then a girl. And then you were like, yeah, that's it for kids. And let's say there's like it's got to be let's say 4-year gap from the oldest from the youngest. Would that change anything? Or
if my daughter was the youngest? No.
Still be like,
because look at me.
Oh yeah.
But it would also be,
But it took.
It got to be the person who can carry the weight and the armor too. Because if I put the weight on my daughter and she folds, then it's not for you. You got to step up to the plate. If I put the weight on you and you fail, it's all love. Still gonna love you. Nothing's gonna change. But I'm just saying, if it's not meant for you, then I'll take the armor off you and put it on the son. It's just who is qualified. But I would change the image and the direction of what everybody thinks, because I just feel like that's what I don't know. That's what it tells me to do. What I think of. Because it's already expected of the son. Oh, you're the son. Yeah, everybody since the Viking days is the son, the son, the son. Which I understand because he's the masculine one. But what makes it even greater if it's a woman. So where a woman walks in and you're like, damn, that's, you know what I'm saying? High caliber. On some Ragnar shit, I would say it's you now. And it would be tough, right? Because I'm pretty sure the kids would feel left out. The boys would.
Well,
that's some shit I would handle in privacy.
Yeah, but I don't think so, because they would. It's not like you're gonna deprive one of more attention than the other. I think it would just be like this should be easy for you. I shouldn't have to lecture you type shit because he's a boy. It's what is expected, but it's not expected of her, but it is expected from her because I'm her dad. Like that, she's not gonna get it out. She's not gonna get an easy life. Because it seems like you always want to treat more delicate, like females more delicately than you would a male.
Yeah, that you're gonna make it easier upon.
Yeah, and it's like I'll be more lenient. I'll be more like I don't want to put you through hard shit. Like the boys, oh yeah, I'm gonna enjoy putting them through hard shit.
And but to me, it's not like that doesn't mean that I'm gonna put her through hard shit. The same as a man, because at the end of the day, she's still a girl, but there would just be certain things that I would tried to instill in her. But that's why, because like I said, it would be more wow shock factor to where the girl is keeping everybody in line.
Yeah, that's that. I don't know. I don't know. That whole patch shit just had me rethinking everything. As far as like how
Well,
many
I always
kids.
said, like, I've always said that when it comes to my mind, and the day I feel like it's an important time, like we need to go now. As far as like if we're gonna have kids, now is the time. The day I feel that, I would get up and do it with 100%, all my power in
And
there.
come back with a kid same day.
I'm not saying that, but I'm saying my thing was shut down as far as like everything else, and it would be priority if that's how I felt. Yeah, I've always said that. So when that day comes, I'm gonna do just that. If it comes, which I think it will eventually.
Yeah, I don't know. It's tight when you see shit that make you rethink stuff because it makes sense. And I don't know. It's rare for me to think like that. Like come across something on TikTok about things.
That makes you think. Have you heard of apparently NASA has announced that there's a meteor on the way, and they're saying it would be the closest meteor to Earth, and it's possible to even hit Earth. And they saying in the year, like, I think 151 years from now or something like that. And they're trying to prepare for it, and they're trying to prepare, I think, to deflect it somewhere else or something along those lines. But they're saying that this shit could hit us.
How big though? Did they say? Like world ending?
Well, I was
Like-
looking at an article, and it says well, let's see here.
159 years.
It says a massive asteroid the size of the Empire State Building could hit Earth in 159 years, and NASA scientists will get their first close-up glimpse of a piece of it this weekend. The near-Earth object named Bennu has been the focus of the NASA research and the, how do you say that? A series? Rex?
Osiris.
I don't know what the heck's that.
Osiris Rex.
It says on Sunday, the first asteroid sample collected in space by Osiris, or Ceres, whatever, will make a controlled landing on Earth. To successfully deliver the rock sample, spacecraft's operators will need to ensure travels at the right speed and direction and release the sample capsule into the atmosphere, landing it on the U.S. Department of Defense, Utah Test and Training Range. But I don't know if it says anything about...
Go down, see if it says like
the damage.
Yeah, like because usually they label them. Well, no, I don't know 100%, but I would think they would to make it to detail it in a way that the common person can understand it. They would say, okay, this, if it's the size of the Empire State Building, right? If it's the size of that, how much, if it hit, because the Empire State Building, it's big, but it's compared to the Earth, it's not that big. Shit tiny. So if it hits the ocean, which is more than likely is going to hit the ocean, because they're 80% ocean, 20% land. So the odds of it hitting the ocean are way bigger than hitting a city. If it hits a city, it's done. You're done. It's over. Like what would you do? Like they'll be like, hey, incoming asteroid, hitting Las Vegas. ETA 10 minutes.
Yeah, because it doesn't say anything about the damage it would do.
People will go crazy. If they say they're going to die in 10 minutes, they probably just start effing right there. Just random strangers.
I don't know about that, but it's because probably people wouldn't believe it. Have you ever seen that movie Up, I think it's called? Is it called?
Oh, yeah, with
I think it's Up.
With I think it's aliens or whatever it is. There's like some spacecraft shit comes. It's supposed to be a scary movie, huh?
No.
It's got the black dude with the big eyes, huh?
Is it this one? No, I don't think it's called Up. Because Up is a cartoon one.
Quiet?
No, it's called Look Up. I'm pretty sure it's called Look Up. Have you ever seen that movie?
No.
Is it Look Up? It's about like how Neil deGrasse Tyson, yes, this one. Neil deGrasse Tyson said this is probably the most realistic movie on how humans would react if an asteroid was going to happen. Like it was going to hit. And And it's a bunch of scientists. They're warning people, hey, this shit's gonna hit, and nobody believes them. They're like, whatever.
Hit
whatever.
where? It's a big
It's
city.
gonna hit Earth.
Oh, but not a big city.
If they're saying it doesn't matter where it is, that shit's destroying the
done.
Earth.
They're
That's what
done.
they're saying. It's over, and a lot of people don't believe. And they were telling them because they were like, look, it shows us on whatever the information shit they had. They were showing them. They even went up to the president, and nobody took it
believed them?
serious. And then it took long enough, and they were saying they were going to like news anchors, to like these shows, to like places that put out media, and they were going on there and telling them, don't you guys fucking get it? Because they were laughing and shit about it. Like, yeah, they were making jokes about it. And the dude was like, well, Leonardo DiCaprio was playing, I don't know who was playing, Dr. Randall. He was like, don't you guys fucking get it? We're gonna fucking die. He was saying that. And nobody's listening to us. He was saying that. And people just thought he was crazy. And as time went by, he's like, you could see it now. When it came close, he's like, oh, fuck, it's right there. And he got out in traffic and he was saying, it's right there. Look, shit's right there now. You can see it. Look up. Look, you can see it. And then it eventually hit, and everybody died. And Neil deGrasse Tyson says he believes that's an accurate way how humans would respond to an actual asteroid. But it's interesting. I watched the whole thing.
I mean, it's possible though, because if you look at it, like if we don't end up jumping to a different planet, we're done. It's over. Eventually, we're done. Whether it is because, like, I think the odds of something happening before the sun
gives out.
Yeah, the fuel runs out and it becomes a lot colder, and everything freezes. I think that before that, the likelihood of something happening, as far as like, maybe not, the possibility of eliminating all humans and all life on planet Earth, it's possible. But I think as far as a reset, I think it's like, I don't know, just from everything that I've seen of timeline, from what they say has happened, meteors, floods, all that shit. I think the likelihood is pretty high of a reset. Even some COVID shit could happen like that. Not even a meteor, but it looks like earthquakes, tsunamis, volcanoes, just normal shit, regular shit, nothing like aliens or none of that shit. But a meteor, I feel like that, because if a meteor hits, if a good sized meteor hits,
it's over.
It's over for us. Like, what do you do? Like, even if everybody shot all their nukes or whatever, their most powerful shit, that meteor don't give a fuck.
Done. Yeah.
So like,
because they were on a mission too, to like try to at the end to try to save it.
If you can't from a good distance, like hit it with something to make it not hit the Earth, then if you can't do that if it's like right next to us already, you're done. It's over. Like, what are you gonna do? You might as well just start hitting right there.
That's why they all just got together, and when they knew it was gonna hit, because they had a timer on it, and they all got together and they ignored like the meteor was coming. They all sat down and they had dinner. And then when the fucking floor started shaking, shit like that, all that shit happening, you could tell they were scared, but they were just like, just in the moment, just with their people. And then that shit just obliterated everything. That shit just gone. Felt like a nuke hit.
It didn't blow the Earth up. It just fucked everything up as far as land.
Fucked everything up. Yeah, it shows. I believe it shows like a shit's just coming. So it was.
And like, you can probably go underground, and like maybe.
Nah, that shit's done.
It's over. I don't know. Maybe tight though.
But like the people who save themselves, what are you coming out to? Nothing. So it's like
something survives.
Pretty sure, but like
something always
majority
survives.
Of shit dies.
And it's like, and so long as there's land, I think land, something will survive. Something will come up. Whether it's
there's real there's people who like really talented people who make videos about like other planets colliding onto Earth, and it has like it's like on a POV shit. So there's a person viewing, and then it's so high def, like it's good ass quality, and the Earth is coming, and when you watch it like full screen, it's shit kind of scary when you look at it.
Oh, because it looks so real.
Yeah, because it looks so real and it's coming, and and then when it hits and you see the impact, there's times where the quality does drop as far as like what it shows, and then you realize like it unimmerses you, but it's like it looks crazy, the idea of it. Because I always thought it'd be amazing to have a planet so close that you could see, even if, especially if you had a ring, But it's like
moon
you know how
size, huh?
dangerous that shit is, huh? Because if it were moving closer together or whatever,
Yeah, because it's spinning.
yeah.
It's spinning. It's because I don't know. When it comes to space, shit's hella. It's like the science. It's just crazy. Like shit, that shit's a whole new world. Someone was telling me that. I don't know. It was some scientist said that if you got two separated elements, right, in space, they can unify without like let's say you have gold, right? You have two pieces of gold or iron because the space is a vacuum. You can put it together and they'll merge. And
Anywhere in space?
no, not like inside you got to be in space like
Oh,
so
like
you got
outside.
yeah like you got to be outside of the space station like an astronaut.
But is that because it does it merge with like can silver mix with gold?
No, only the same elements.
Oh shit! Okay.
Because it says that there's always a thin layer between like my hand, the atoms between my hand, my finger, and this table. There's always a space in between them. Even though you're touching it, there's always a space in between atoms, so they don't merge because of air, oxygen, or whatever the fuck. I don't know how the fuck it works, but because there's no other shit in space. It's just a vacuum. When you put two of the same elements together, they'll just merge.
Like actually merge.
Yeah,
so
like
if you bring them back down, it's one piece
it's
now.
one piece. Yeah, so like let's say you have like a bar, just a bar of just straight like let's say
Aluminum.
Yeah, aluminum. Like that.
And this works with anything.
With it, so long as it's
the same shit,
same element.
But it's like aluminum.
Look it up. See,
bar
there's videos
made with.
Is there no videos? You think?
I don't know about that.
I don't know. Look it up though. Just see if something comes up. Because that when I heard that, I'm like, that's crazy. To be able to see that, and then you can't pull it back apart. Once it merges, you can't pull it back apart. But I don't know. It just seems tight.
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find that.
Well, that's probably no. There'll probably be like a.
Is that a theory or is that like a fact?
Some scientists do said it.
Yeah, I don't know either. This episode is brought to you by Casa Flores Taqueria and more. The restaurant is now officially open. I recommend everybody to get out there. The address is 6907 West Side Saginaw Road, Bay City, Michigan, 48706. If you would like to call ahead and place an order, the number is 989-316-1230. They're officially open. Pull up. You won't regret it. Now let's get back to the podcast. So how many hours do you have into Starfield?
I think I have like 12, probably 12 or 15. Because I'm level 13. So whatever the hell that translate to.
Well, I think I have probably like 40 hours in it, 45. Yeah.
How does when the game started? The looks, the presentation, the first time you see the animations, the guns, the gunplay, everything feel good. The only thing that I didn't like was how much fucking trash there was everywhere that you wanted to pick up because you felt like it mattered. I'm picking up everything because I'm like, oh shit worth 200. Oh, this shit worth 600. Oh fuck, I don't give a fuck if it weighs 6 pounds. I'm taking this shit. And then come to find out, this shit's worth a quarter of what it says when you sell it. Which I know that it's always like that a little bit, but not that big of a hit.
Yeah, but that kind of never made sense to me. Yeah.
And then
Because then what's the point?
I'm just encumbered all the damn time because I'm trying to make money.
Yeah, I know. That's how I
Encumbered
am
all
too.
the fucking time.
And it gets annoying after a while.
And then all the animations get annoying. And then all the tools have no purpose. And the freaking, I'm trying to figure out how to modify my guns or get better looking clothes and none of that shit. And it's hard. Like you gotta, whatever you get, whatever you find, that's what you gotta wear. There's no modifying nothing. The humans on the planets look like freaking, they were drawn by a 6-year-old. And there's no personality to any of the people. The dialogue, as far as like randoms, are trash. And like you have to do the story missions in order for shit to get tight. You have to. Otherwise, if you just run around jumping from planet to planet, it's just pure rocks in different colors. And
yeah, there's certain towns where you can go into and get side quests, and I think a lot of the side quests are better than the main story, at least for majority of the part so far. But like people have said that the first 12 hours is boring. So when you say you're 12 to 15 hours in, maybe you haven't seen the best of it yet. But to me, like me having over 40 hours, probably like near 50, I'm disappointed. Like that's probably the overall opinion over it, to like get somebody to tell somebody maybe who hasn't played it. I'm disappointed. And I'm disappointed because I expected Bethesda to do more, to keep their way of making games but adding new stuff to it. Because when I play Starfield, it feels like I'm playing Fallout 3, like, but just in space. And yet that sounds good, but it's not that. Like it's not that. Like maybe that's giving it too much,
Yeah,
because it's not close to Fallout. The world is not interesting.
You're
The world
talking
is not
about
interesting.
Fallout,
Like
with the innovation of back then.
Yeah,
like no, there's nothing.
There's nothing new. The dialogue is the same. Like it's predictable about what's gonna happen. Like there's nothing different. It's the same formula. It's the same method. I already drank this water before, so I already know what it tastes like, and that's fine. But add some flavor to that motherfucker. Do something new. And the fact that Bethesda is now signed with Xbox and they got so much money now, and it's like, where's the innovation? Where is anything? Where is the Bethesda now? Because they said we now have the technology to do this. That makes it sound like you're making some fucking epic shit. Because now you have the money, and it's like, how is it that Fallout 3 is better than fucking Starfield? As far as interesting, like Starfield is packed with content. That it is. But when it's boring, I mean, and we're not interested in the world.
Yeah, it is.
I don't even remember the factions. There's only some of them, and it's like
none of them are tight. None of them are like, oh shit, you gotta watch out for these motherfuckers. Not even the pirates, they're all trash.
Yeah.
At least those Fallout in New Vegas, the crackhead dudes, those dudes were scary sometimes when they pulled up on you. And the Caesar's Legion, those motherfuckers were scary. They pull up on you, oh fuck, and you make sure you got freaking stem packs because they're gonna fuck you up. Especially when it came at you running with
shit.
Yeah, that shit was scary.
And it was, I think the Fallout was interesting because of the exploration, right? And you going places and then running into missions and stuff like that, and that still exists. But now, when you think about like Starfield, you think that, oh shit, this exploration is gonna be taken to the next level, because now it's not just one planet, it's multiple. That makes us think that you created the same level of shit in multiple planets. That would be like if there was a Fallout 3 universe, planet, and then another planet was similar but different, and it had its own. It's almost like playing two games. That would have been like, oh shit, this is next level, But it's not. A lot of the planets are empty, and then you're just walking forever, and then a lot of times you're overweight because, like you said, you're picking up a lot of shit, and that might just be us because that's how we play. And then you run out of oxygen, and it's just boring, and you're following that same loop again. The only thing that I could say, there's things that I like I like the gunplay. Like I think it's got better, but there's a lot that I don't like, and it's hecka disappointing because this was Bethesda's chance for me to win me back again. After Fallout 76, the mess with that was. Because Fallout 4 it wasn't the Fallout we wanted, but I think it was a good game. Like I was into it while I was playing it until I beat it, and then I started realizing when looking back, I'm like, yeah, this was nothing like New Vegas. Like as far as the level of things you can do, like you can't even kill certain people in Starfield.
I know that automatically is like it's a super letdown.
Yeah,
You should be able to kill anything and everything,
movie.
kids, anything doesn't matter, kill them, and because it's your game.
Well, people are never gonna want to do that. They don't want to promote
There's
violence
somebody
to
out
kids.
there's somebody out there want to kill kids.
No,
And
I'm not saying there's no developers that like are gonna put that in their game. They're always gonna they don't like that image.
Yeah, because they're always trying to please people. That's why they do the they
But
FFT or double OZ shit. Like, who gives a fuck? It's a man and a woman. That's it. Why fucking making it hella complicated? Like, who cares?
Yeah.
Huh? Why? Who the fuck cares? Freaking. What's that game that made you told me about? They let you pick your duh size.
Yeah, I don't think your duh size. They just let you pick whether you're gonna have a duh or a female. You know,
What is CD Project Red?
that's Cyberpunk.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then there's no point of it. You know, it just doesn't make like the you know like the pronouns in Fallout. I mean Starfield. I mean I don't care that it's there, but it just seems like does it have a purpose? Nobody said "What up, my man" to me. You know, so it's like nobody said that. They just say hi. They don't say.
Yeah, it's universal.
So it's like, why is that? Yeah.
Yeah.
So why does it matter? Like,
Yeah.
you know, I think if you're gonna do something, make it with a purpose. Make it to be like, this is my guy right here, or something like that in the dialogue. But it just seems like the dialogue is made for everyone.
Yeah.
And when you do that, it limits it.
It's
and
lazy.
What happened to like me doing something that affects the world? That's gone now.
I know. You should. That's what I'm saying. And the factions are trash. They're not interesting. Like, that's why I told you I'm done with it. I don't want to play that shit no more. It seems like it's just wasting my time. I like making me get excited to play. Like, I can't wait to come back to play. But now that just seems like a grind. Even the animation seemed like a hassle to go through. Go to your ship or animation. Go like just
You're talking about the loading screens?
Like not only the loading screens, because that's gay too, but okay, I can accept that. But freaking, you go to your ship, right? Enter the cockpit animation, or like it's like it's not like a seamless thing. It's like black screen, right? And you're in the ship, and then take off, right? The animation. Then
you mean loading?
Yeah, but you know how there's an animation when you're taking off.
Oh yeah,
and then the animation when you're
well, it's
landing.
like kind of like a cutscene.
Yeah, like all these, it's the same shit every single time. Same shit.
And I can say Cyberpunk, the story is better so far than Starfield. I'm not interested, and it's crazy because I'm hecka interested in space. That's why No Man's Sky, I played it for over like 90 hours. Even though people say No Man's Sky is trash, I think it's really good. And especially when you think that No Man's Sky came out in 2013, and you're able to fly into a planet. And you're talking about, and they were like an indie developer somewhat. It was a small thing. Yeah, they had money because PlayStation gave them money, but still, you can land on planets, and Bethesda, you can't do it. Like, come on.
Yeah, you can land, take off.
And then the fact that like you can't even, like you can't, it's not, I was expecting like more, like my character, me being able to customize him more, me being able to customize his shirt, his pants, his shoes, his glasses or whatever. But no, it's just one outfit and you equipped it and then that's it. You got one outfit. You can't change because there's some outfits where you're like, I like the shirt, but I don't like the pants, or I don't like and the whole point of like an RPG is to try to portray yourself in the game, right? Like this is you. So you want them to look like you want them to act like you want them to dress like you. So, and because you can't do that, it just seems like, why it's so simple, it seems like. And yet, you know what happened in my playthrough? I seen this girl who was a part of I think a side mission, right? Her face. And as I went on doing more missions, I came across that same girl, that same face, the same everything in different factions. I'm like, what the heck is the same girl? So that means she just, or even people, the side quests, are they randomized too? Like, You can't do
You
that.
think they're randomized or they're just copy and paste? They had to be
Yeah,
copy
because
and
it's like I seen this girl multiple times.
Yeah.
I seen her here. I go do another mission. I'm on another planet, and she's there too. So it just seems like
seems
it
like
just
either-
seems like you're. I don't like it when you're selling me copy paste.
Yeah.
And it's like, I think this game would have been fine if it would have came out, I don't know, 5 years ago. I think it would have been fine because like, but now when we have Red Dead, you know, and who has like pushed the limit as far as, and then you can't. There's nothing to do in Starfield. Like in Red Dead, you can go hunting, you can become a bounty hunter. I know you can do that in Starfield, but like you can customize your guns as far as with paint, do all these things. You can get gold guns. You can go shopping and actually see the items in the store.
I don't know, shirt, pants, boots.
Yeah, whatever. You can fast travel on a wagon where you're not really like fast traveling, but somebody else is driving you, and it's just there's no loading. So there's multiple things you can go and customize your horse.
And there's random fucking events.
There's random events,
come across.
And it just seems like and that used to be in Fallout, and it's like, where is that? Where is that gone? And it's like when it's predictable, your companion is boring. Like your companions are boring and they're annoying. Now, to me, they got annoying. Now, there's people on my ship that I don't even know how to get them out. I want them gone, and I can't do it. Like, I don't want to hear him when I go inside. Heller, the dude who you meet in the first mission.
Yeah.
The guy, him, he's on my ship. I don't want him there. Like, and I don't know how to get rid of him. So it's annoying when I see him because I don't want him on the ship. You know, but it just sucks. And there's been people who ask me, "Can I go on your ship?" I'm like, no. So I keep a certain limit because I'm like, what do they really do? They just walk around my ship and don't do shit.
Yeah, I know. There's no perks. That's what I'm saying. Like,
I mean, it says that they're good at handling ships, but what is it? It hasn't showed me that they're doing anything.
Yeah, it's really
just story. It's really just story. Like if you get a companion, they got a little small story to them.
Yeah, but they're not interesting and they're annoying in the combat when they're fucking getting in front of when you're shooting. They get right in front of you and shit. You can't shoot because they're fucking right in front of you. So you got to move forward, and then they move forward. And it's like, nah, the AI is dumb as hell too. The AI,
I know, and that's what I'm saying. It feels like Fallout 3.
Yeah,
and it just seems like, I don't know. Maybe a lot of people are cool with it because it reminds them of Fallout, and that's part of the reason why I like it. Because I'm not saying I hate it. I'm just disappointed in it because I expected more. But like, it's certain things like where it's predictable about the companions and stuff like that. The companions don't say shit. Like an important thing will happen. Like we just got shot at by a bunch of people and we barely survived. And your companions have nothing to say about it. There should be a conversation there. Like you should be able to walk to your companion after an impactful moment and be like, how do you feel about this? Like I think when somebody, they also make you help, they also tell you to make decisions, right? And there's sometimes where you make decisions. Why can't you walk to your companion and say, hey, what do you think? It doesn't let you do that. You just have to make a decision and then they'll say, I approve or I disapprove. They say they like that. They didn't like it. And to me, it's just like, we're in 2023 and I expect more from Bethesda. I expect more from them because, you know, that one time they held the crown and then the CD Projekt Red held the crown and now they both dropped the ball. That like we're looking for somebody to crown. And you know, and
we're eager, huh?
Yeah, we're looking for somebody to crown, and it's like everybody has pretty much dropped the ball, you know. And it's like we're only hoping on Rockstar.
Yeah, Rockstar.
You know, but Rockstar with the remaster that they dropped was bad. But I mean, that's the remaster. But like as far as their games, we got to see. Who knows? Maybe they're lost too. So it's like who really are we waiting on? Everybody's done.
Well, Rockstar is the only one that every time, like Grand Theft Auto.
Well, Rockstar is the last person that made me be like, damn, like that made me like. I remember when I started playing Red Dead, I couldn't stop. I could stop, but I didn't want to stop. You know, I was so intrigued in the story. I remember it was late. It was like 1 a.m, and I'm like, let me get another hour in. So I'm like, those are the games that are like that you look forward to, but like Starfield is basically like an up and down thing. So I think you should expect that because there was times where I'm like, this shit's tight, like it's getting better, and then there's like, man, I don't even want to play this no more.
Yeah, and every time I hear you say it's a 7,
but that's what I think it is, a 7.
every time I hear you say that, and then there's times where you're like, "Oh yeah, it's getting better," but it's not worth. It's not worth my time.
Yeah, and then like it makes me feel bad because it's like I bought the premium version of this shit.
And Tom Howard is like, "Yeah, baby, yeah."
Yeah, he's soaking that shit up.
yeah.
And it's like I don't mind supporting develop. Red Dead deserved my 80, but they got 60, But I would have if I would have paid 80 for that, I would have been like, "Yep, this is worth it. This is definitely worth it." But Starfield, it just feels like a $40 game.
I would say $20.
Nah, because I think it is packed. I mean, I could even justify 60.
Nah,
But it's like
I would say 20 because it's a lot of the shit's the same.
But it's like
shit.
you know what it is? I'll have this problem of comparing everything to Red Dead. And when you do that, nothing is worth 60. What's worth 60? No.
Stardew Valley.
Stardew Valley. That's just $20 and it's worth the $20. And that's why to me it's like I don't know, it just put a big ass disappointment on me from and I have lost all faith in Bethesda now. Like I don't think they're gonna do anything different for Fallout or the next Elder Scrolls. Like I don't think they're gonna innovate. They're gonna do more of the same, and they're gonna sell like a fuck ton because that's what they did with Starfield.
That's why I'm like,
And it's fine, it's fine if people love it. I'm not saying don't love it. Love it. If you enjoy it, don't let my opinion fucking ruin what you think of the game. Like no, love it. But I'm just saying if my opinion of it is good. You should play it, but this is almost like wait for a sale type shit.
Deep ass sale. Like freaking Assassin's Creed type sale.
Which is what?
$5.
Nah, I think that's too much. I think it's good. I think it's definitely good.
Get it
like
on Game Pass.
If you got it on Game Pass, you didn't lose anything. Like it's definitely worth
$10.
It's definitely worth that.
Even 2 months is 2 months. 2 months of Game Pass, $20.
Yeah. Thank you for listening to the AB podcast. You can follow us in the links below. All our social medias are linked there. If you want to buy some merch, the merch that we're usually wearing in the podcast, you can buy it as well. The link will be below.